generations past and present through this event. You have best wishes for an enjoyable and memorable event and much success in your endeavors. Sincerely, Richard M. Daley, Mayor of the City of Chicago. And since I'm up here, I shall take us to the next phase of the program, which is my dedication to honor those who have served. On this salute to women veterans, to my husband, Colonel Eugene F. Scott, USA retired, and my brother, may he rest in peace, Norris Earl Smith, Private First Class, Marine Corps. When the saints go marching in, they will have among them many whose valiant climb to glory was the processing in, it was the heading out, it was providing cover and honor bound, it was listening hard, ear to the battleground, through barbed wire, jungle, desert, and mountain, through driving rain, torturous sun, blinding snow, and unspeakable horror. It was thirsty, starving, bloody at best. It was coming home, one friend left. When the saints go marching in, they will have among them many whose valiant climb to glory was the last-minute notice of deployment call. It was the tender fingers to kiss goodbye and a wife's clutching hug that nearly made you cry. It was your father's mix of pride and pain and your mother's question of what is to be gained from sending my child away this day. When the saints go marching in, they will have among them many whose valiant climb to glory was the force of their will to be the best. Their fingers extended, crisp, snapped, and released. It was the hoorah, airborne, the beating of chest. It was the joining together under the flag. It was the knowledge that they are the best that we have. When the saints go marching in, they will have among them many whose valiant climb to glory was in their defense of this country. Yes, the soldiers, men and women, who guard this land of the brave, home of the free, the saints will escort 3 by 3. When the saints go marching in, they will escort them 3 by 3.
Thank you, Beverly. Fantastic. Cadets, honored guests, veterans, distinguished guests. It is my pleasure and honor to introduce a fine soldier as our keynote speaker. We're not only going to talk about how we support our female soldiers, we're going to demonstrate it today, and we designated Lieutenant Colonel Kim Harrell, Director of our CPS JROTC, to be our keynote speaker. We must get serious about how we treat our women in the military. As you saw with demonstration of our fine young cadet, our Corps Commander. So we got to get right and serious about this. And it starts right here on the ground down at this level. Today, we're going to demonstrate that seriousness by having Lieutenant Colonel Harrell and all of our JROTC, some 45,000 in the system. And we don't have all 45 here today, but we have a significant, and this is our largest contingency that we've had over the years. And we're just proud to have all the cadets out here. You represent our future.
Yes, yes.
Colonel Harrell, we appreciate the job that you are doing, and I saw many of your parents out here supporting this parade. I just want to give you a big thank you, and we here in the Giles Post will continue to support our female soldiers. Please come forward and give us a few remarks.
Thank you, Colonel Scott. We're usually not supposed to make corrections, but I can't take that explanation that we have 45,000. We have 45 junior ROTC programs that makes us the largest one in the nation with over 11,000 cadets in our program. Everybody has to excuse me, but first I have to do this. Good morning, cadets! Good morning! Okay, here we go again. You know that's weak. Good morning, cadets! Good morning! That's a little bit better. Thank you. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. I'm honored to be joining all of you this fine morning. I would like to thank the Chicago Defender Charities and Giles Post for continuing to organize this parade and allowing me this special opportunity to speak to you today. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, and the cadre and cadets of the Chicago Public Schools JROTC program, welcome to this Veterans Day celebration. It is a privilege for me to honor a very special group of Americans today on Veterans Day. As the director of the Junior ROTC program for Chicago Public Schools, I cannot think of a better place to be than right here with you. We're gathered here today, just as many are across the nation this morning, to remember those who served, those who fought, and those still missing, and those who gave their last full measure of devotion for our country. On the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month in 1918, the armistice ended the fighting in World War II. War I. The war to end all wars. While the peace did not last, this day gained recognition throughout the Western world. Originally, the date was marked as Armistice Day, but when the losses mounted in the many wars that followed, the name was changed to allow all service members from all wars to be honored. In Canada, as in the UK, November 11th is called Remembrance Day. In the U.S. is Veterans Day. In each country, the day is usually marked with parades such as this, ceremonies and speeches, and a moment of silence. At this time, would everyone please join me for a moment of silence? Thank you. Colonel Scott asked me to focus on our younger generation to impart to you the importance of Veterans Day. I know a lot of you cadets would probably rather be on MySpace, texting messages to each other, or playing Xbox or the Wii, than listening to an more experienced soldier like myself talk to you about Veterans Day. And I know because of your participation in Junior ROTC, you already know the significance and value of Veterans Day, and that it's not just about celebrating Veterans Day for old folks. The mission of Junior ROTC is to motivate young people to be better citizens, and your participation in recognizing our nation's veterans is central to that mission. You are a part of something positive, so I ask you to continue to always be part of something positive. Americans can thank veterans by taking full advantage of all your rights that they defended. Before you know it, you'll be adults. Vote in every election. Write letters to the editor of your local paper. Volunteer your time for a worthy cause. Fulfill your jury duty. Be a volunteer firefighter. Mentor